shed more light on this issue, we're joined by the phone by Dr. Amr Hamid, Professor of Economics. Thanks for being with us. Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati stressed the importance of achieving the integration between Egypt's vision 2030 and Oman Sultanate's vision of 2040 as part of boosting economic cooperation between the two countries. How do you see the importance of this statement?
Before we discuss how should Egypt boost the relationship with Oman, let me emphasize the importance of Oman as the two edges that Oman has in terms of comparing Oman to all the other Gulf countries. In terms of location, the location of Oman is very important because it overlooks the most important corner of the Gulf area, all the Gulf area, overlooking the Indian Ocean and the Gulf of Oman as well. And this is very important because it represents the entrance to the Red Sea from the south. So this is one thing. The other thing is that it's, in terms of area, Oman is the biggest Gulf country in terms of area, maybe not, and more or less also in terms of population. Of course, I'm not comparing to Saudi Arabia, but I'm comparing to Kuwait, UAE, Bahrain, all the Arab countries that, and Qatar as well. So this is very important to note at the beginning. As far as the diplomatic engagements between the two countries, I can just give you a quick example that the trade between Egypt and Oman reached $1.1 billion in the year 22. And while numerous agreements in education, transportation, and heritage have been signed in the past, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, his visit could also indicate efforts to deepen collaboration on regional and global matters, reflecting both countries' role as key players in the Middle East. If we want to emphasize what Egypt should really do, what are the measures that Egypt should take to boost the trade and economic relations with Oman, then we should start first with highlighting the importance of expanding the trade agreements. In this respect, there are two very important points. Number one, the customs and tariffs through negotiating reductions in customs duties and simplifying trade procedures to make Egyptian goods more competitive in the Omani market and vice versa. Number two is how to diversify the exchange of products and broaden the scope of trade beyond existing goods, especially in petrochemicals, aluminum, and food products to include technology, textiles, and pharmaceuticals. Another important step in the direction of boosting the relationship from the Egyptian side is to promote investment opportunities, especially when it comes to the economic zones, the special economic zones, and this could be encouraged via the Egyptian businessmen associations to invest in Omani economic hubs such as Duqm, for example, and similarly highlight opportunities for Omani investors in Egypt's free zones and development projects. Of course, first on the list is the Suez Canal Economic Zone. And also boosting the inception of joint ventures between businessmen from the two countries through facilitating partnerships in tourism, in energy and construction to leverage mutual expertise and shared goals for regional development. Another point which is very important is to strengthen the maritime and logistics links. And as you know, with what's happening in terms of development in the Egyptian maritime activities recently, and Oman being in the first place a maritime country, it becomes important to strengthen the links between Egyptian and Omani ports to reduce transportation costs and facilitate faster goods exchange, and to partner on regional maritime security to ensure trade routes remain safe, particularly in the Red Sea and around the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. And that's a very key point for this visit.
Of course, Dr. Amr Hamid, Professor of Economy, thanks for being with us and for this comprehensive analysis. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.